Hello, everyone, and welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. Give me just a second so I can welcome those who want to access the program in Spanish to our conference call with Spanish interpretation. Buenas tardes, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí en 3 p.m. con SOC. Como siempre, ustedes pueden escuchar el programa en español a través de una llamada de conferencia. Y el número aparece aquí en la pantalla y es 646-749-3122 y el código para entrar es 779-328-221. Y ahora les voy a dejar con nuestra querida Marlene, quien va a ser nuestra moderadora de hoy. Thank you for letting me do that. I'm going to leave you in the hands of our beloved Marlene, who is going to be the moderator for today.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. My name is Marlene Zaran. I'm the Public Health Coordinator here at the Southside Organizing Center. I want to let you all know that today is the Thursday out of the month that we go over. Our main focus is resident groups and associations and related issues. Typically, Gabe would be doing this segment, but I'm covering for her. And I want to let everyone know that you can have access to our recorded YouTube videos and this live forum in both English and Spanish on our YouTube page and on our Facebook page, and that you have access to interpretation. So you can definitely check out our interpretation information in the comments section. Other than that, I want to go ahead and introduce one of our guests for today who's going to be giving us an update. So attorney Pedro Hernandez. So we can have him on the screen. All right. Hi, Pedro. How are you doing?
Good, Marlene. Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah, for sure. If you can go ahead and give us any of your updates.
Sure. I just wanted to say for folks and let folks know quickly that the current eviction moratorium by the CDC extends through October 3rd. Again, this moratorium, which limits the kinds of evictions that can occur, primarily for folks being unable to pay things pay rent on time, isn't automatic. You have to fill out the declaration, give that to your landlord, and also make sure that you qualify by applying for rent assistance, trying to make those partial payments, and also having some kind of income loss or medical expenses because of COVID. You can still be evicted and you still owe rent, right? This doesn't mean you don't owe rent. You can still be evicted under certain circumstances, like violating parts of your lease or criminal activity. I think it's more important now than ever to reach out to organizations like ours at Legal Aid Society Milwaukee for, legal advice, or just, if you have a question, you feel like something is happening between you and your landlord, or, you're not going to be able to make rent that month or something, please reach out. And organizations like Community Advocates, SDC, for rent assistance. There are funds out there. Yes, things are a little, a lot of people need help right now, but please apply. And lastly, if you have made the difficult choice to try to move out from your prior units to try to avoid an eviction, please remember that first, you're not really moved out until you return your keys to your landlord. And after you move out your belongings. And two, please remember to take pictures and videos of how you leave your unit to protect any kind of security deposit that you could have if you were able to save, the amount of unpaid rent you have.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We do have that, the link for the community advocates in our comment section.
Yeah, I think you guys also have our information for Legal Aid Society Milwaukee. You can apply for our services. We are free. We have attorneys that represent everyone in Milwaukee County. So you have to live in Milwaukee County. But If you qualify for our services based on your income and that there are no conflicts with any current or past clients, we can give you legal advice up to even representation in court, depending on the case.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Pedro. We hope to have you on again soon.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, everyone. So now I'm going to have our COVID-19 segment.
So hello everyone, we are here with Clarissa Morales of South of the Tracks, Polonia, and we're going to talk about their resident association. Hola Clarissa, it's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah, it's been too long that we're still not doing in-person work, at least for SOC, but starting to slowly but surely, and I know South of the Tracks has been busy as well doing in-person work, so that's really exciting to hear. But why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about you? Who is Clarissa? What's her connection to South of the Tracks Polonia neighborhood?
Okay, well, I'm a Polonia resident. I've been here for 24 years, raised my children here, saw the need to get things done around the neighborhood. So we connected with what is now Lighthouse Youth Services, but it's formerly St. Andrew's Church. And they were generous enough to give us space to host neighborhood meetings, and where the residents could come out and talk to each other regarding issues in the neighborhood, home improvement, what kind of things can we do as a neighborhood to better the neighborhood. So we do have MPD come out as well, and they give us some updates on things that are just specifically for our neighborhood, because they do have a crime and safety meeting every month, and that those meetings are for the whole area. And so it's nice to have the CLOs that we have come to our group meetings every month, and they're very dedicated. They come out with us and do a lot of things together. So we like to show the kids in the neighborhood, especially at the center, some good connections with other organizations in our city.
Yeah, definitely. So can you tell us a little bit then about how South of the Tracks got started? What's a little bit of the history there?
Sure. When I came to work at SOC back in 2014, I was talking with the former executive director there, and he had talked to me about there being a need over here because the neighborhood is further south than the general population that SOC works with. We're in the further end of that, and just the need to have a voice in the neighborhood. So that's a little bit of the background on how South of the Tracks got started. It started through SOC.
Yeah, so then you all started having neighborhood meetings and
monthly meetings, and then we just started. It started blossoming from there, and we had opportunities to get some grants for some beautification projects in the neighborhood. So we would have resident input sessions to see what they wanted, and our biggest accomplishment, I feel, has been the mural on 6th in Oklahoma.
Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and show some of those pictures here? They're gorgeous, and if nobody has seen it yet, why don't you go ahead and tell them where it is?
The mural is located on the northeast corner of 6th in Oklahoma.
Yeah, so this, they're a little blurry, the photos, unfortunately, and this is like the whole thing, and we have some more close-up pictures of the sections. So why don't you talk a little bit about what the picture has in it, or what the mural has in it?
Sure, absolutely. We just love this mural. Well, the flowers signify the neighborhood, the growth through the years and the beautiful colors. The trains, because it was a former train trestle, and so there was a train that would go over that to Chicago. And so we decided we wanted something to show the old, the new, and the future of what the Polonia neighborhood was. So we have the Polish flat picture. We have this picture here is in loving memory of Greg Ziggy Sitzkevich, who was a DNS inspector that lost his life on the job. These other pictures, we have Zablocki Elementary School. We do a lot of collaborations with Zablocki's staff and students. St. Joseph's Basilica is just a true symbol of this neighborhood, even though it is in Lincoln Village, because you can see it from our neighborhood. And then the trains, of course, the different styles of locomotives. And this right here picture that you see are our artists, which are from the Lopez Art Collective, and some of our residents.
Yeah, these are all gorgeous. I love driving past that mural.
Yeah, we have to do it. We're going to be doing a cleanup on it.
Yeah.
Soon. Actually, we're planning to go and do some wiping of the mural. Just a little upkeep that it needs.
Yeah, wear and tear and weather and all of that.
Exactly.
Come into play.
Exactly. And people have, unfortunately, it's been tagged, but we do have stuff on there to be able to just wipe it. We just got to get together and do that, and we're going to do that as a activity for our group. Just like we recently had a paint and sip, just to bring the kids of the neighborhood together with their parents to just enjoy a family fun night. So we had painting and a couple other activities, but the painting went over really, really well. They just really enjoyed that activity.
We've got some pictures of that too. So here we go. You can go ahead and describe them as I show them.
Sure. Well, that handsome young man there, that's my grandson. And that is his picture of he would rather be under the sea.
I love it. Don't we all?
Oh, and there's one of our neighbors, Drea, and her daughter, Luna. Mm-hmm. Luna did a great job. This was a really nice event for her.
Yeah.
At one of our superstars, our young artists in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I just love looking at all of their artwork. It takes me right back to the day of the excitement of that day.
Mm-hmm. And then here's a picture of the whole group.
Kids. Look at that.
Yeah, so really good turnout, and I'm sure they just all had so much fun.
Yeah, they did. They really enjoyed themselves. It was like time to go, and they're like, "We want to still paint." We ran out of canvases. They were cutting boxes, the kids, to have something else to paint on. They really enjoyed it. So these are just some of the things that we do. We've also, we do collaborations with the school, with Zablocki and Lighthouse to do neighborhood cleanups. We also just, try to look out for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you describe not that there's boundaries per se, but what area would you consider south of the tracks Polonia?
Well, it is the Polonia neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
The Polonia neighborhood extends to from Cleveland on the north to Oklahoma on the south. Rosedale, there's a little bit of Rosedale in there on the east, and then 16th Street on the west. That's the Polonia neighborhood. It is also a neighborhood within the Crystal corridor, which is one of the business improvement districts for the city of Milwaukee.
Nice.
Beautiful mural done over there on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma as well. Kind of like a welcome to the corridor. And so we have some nice artwork going on over here, and we'd like to, when the neighbors come out and if they have issues or just concerns regarding housing or home improvement, and being with the COVID restrictions the way they were, and just trying to move forward out of the pandemic, it gets lost. People not being able to afford certain basic things. So we like to try to make sure that we give out those resources, and we share those if we know of any resources in the area, and really just try to, show some kind of unity.
Absolutely. Yes, and I'm sure the neighbors are thankful for that. Do you have any events coming up that people might be able to get involved in, or come see you, or see what you're about?
Yes, we are going to be doing first Thursday of September. We will be getting together to clean the mural, just to wipe it down, get it fall ready, I suppose, and do the touch-ups on there. So if anybody would like to come out and help us with that, that would be the first Thursday in September. I'm sorry, I don't have my calendar in front of me.
And then what about National Night Out?
National Night Out is going to be on Monday. It will be in the KK River Parkway between 21st Street by the fire station. If you're on Oklahoma, you would turn north on 21st Street, and it takes you right to the area that we're going to be. There's going to be so many resources there. There's also going to be some prizes, bounce houses. There's going to be some Renaissance type of group that will be there
as well.
So it's going to be an amazing event. We're going to have some brats and, some drinks. Come on out. All are welcome. Come and check out the resources. There'll be plenty.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you for that. And that'll be from what time to what time on Monday, August 23rd, right?
Yes, it's the 23rd, 4:30 to 7:30, I believe, or 5 to 7:30. I'll get you that flyer to share.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely share that on our Facebook, and then in the comment sections we'll plug your Facebook as well. I can go ahead and share it right now too, so you can see what it looks like. So there we have the South of the Tracks Polonia Neighbors Facebook page if you want to get in contact with them. How else can people get in touch with you, Clarissa?
They can get in touch with us through our Facebook page, through our email address, which is also located on our Facebook page, SOT Polonia Neighbors MKE at gmail.com.
Yes.
They can also call 414-301-2644. And last but not least, they can come to a resident group meeting.
Yes. And you mentioned the location of that already too. So yep. First Thursday of the month.
First Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Clarissa, for your time, for showing us a little bit about the awesome things that y'all are doing in the Polonia neighborhood. It's always an inspiration to talk to you, and we love having you on the show, or on the forum, I should say.
Thank you. Welcome to Polonia.
Yes, I love it. I love that you're outside in the neighborhood. All right, well, you have a great rest of your evening. Much love to you and the family.
You as well.
We'll see you on the first Thursday of the month, or actually at National Night Out.
National Night Out, we'll be there.
All right, bye-bye, Clarissa.
Thank you. Bye.
Has this live forum
And now we are going to move into an update from Marlene regarding COVID. So we can share that video now.
Hello, and welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. My name is Marlene Zaran, and I am the COVID-19 Public Health Coordinator here at the Southside Organizing Center. I'm here outside. It's a lovely day here on the South Side, but I'd like to let you all know that according to the CDC, there's a third vaccine dose for immunocompromised individuals. So the Center for Disease Control and Prevention is officially recommending that people with weakened immune systems get a third shot of either the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. After it was approved by the FDA, immunocompromised people make up about 2.7% of US adults, or around 7 million people. They are more likely to get severely ill from COVID-19, and they are at higher risk for prolonged coronavirus infection and transmission. They also have a lower antibody response to the initial vaccine regimen and are more likely to transmit the virus to household contacts, according to some recent studies that CDC officials presented to the advisory committee. People with conditions that weaken the immune system or who are taking treatments that suppress immunity are also far more likely to have breakthrough infection than people with normal health. One US study shows 40% to 44% of hospitalized breakthrough cases are in immunocompromised people. So immunocompromised people means that people that have been receiving active cancer treatment for tumors or cancer of the blood, receiving an organ transplant or taking medicine to suppress the immune system, received a stem cell transplant within the last 2 years, or are taking medicine to suppress the immune system, moderate or severe primary immunodeficiency, advanced or untreated HIV infection, or active treatment with high dose corticosteroids or other drugs that may suppress the immune system. The recommendation is limited to adults 18 and older for the Moderna vaccine because that vaccine has not been authorized for adolescents yet. That authorization is expected from the FDA in the next few weeks. The Pfizer vaccine is authorized for adults 12 and older. People with other conditions are not being advised to get an additional dose at this point. This would not include long-term care facility residents, persons with diabetes, persons with heart disease, and those types of chronic medical conditions are not the intent here. The CDC did say that attempts should be made to match the additional dose type to the one used in the original set of shots someone received. But if that is not feasible, an additional dose with the other vaccine is permitted. The additional dose should be administered at least 28 days after completion of the primary vaccine series. And on Thursday, the FDA said that the agency was unable to extend the authorization for an additional dose for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine due to insufficient data. So in a representation to the committee, the CDC's Dr. Kathleen Dooling said immunocompromised people, including those who receive an additional dose, should continue to follow prevention measures, including wearing a mask, staying 6 feet apart from others they don't live with, and avoiding crowds and poorly ventilated indoor spaces until their healthcare provider advises otherwise. Close contacts of immunocompromised people should be strongly encouraged to be vaccinated against COVID-19. And then other than that, the CDC said that about 1.1 million people who do not necessarily have immune system dysfunction have already received one or more additional doses of the Moderna and Pfizer vaccine. About 91,000 people have received one or more additional doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That being said, the CDC recommendation comes during an intense new surge driven by the Delta variant. So since July 1st, the number of confirmed cases has gone up 700%, according to the CDC. So that being said, if you are immunocompromised, talk to your physician and see if you can get your third COVID-19 vaccine. Thank you.
So I do want to share a couple other things with you all. So if you lost power last week during the storms, you are eligible to get $1,000 Pick and Save gift card, and also eligible to get some food distribution boxes that Feeding America of Eastern Wisconsin is providing. So the locations that you can get these items, both the gift card distribution and the food box distribution, I'll go over the gift card locations first. So this is happening tomorrow, Friday, August 20th, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And these are happening at 3 different Pick and Save locations. So there's 2 that are on the north side, And then the south side location is 250 West Holt Avenue, so over by the Home Depot, off of Chase. And how that's going to work is that there are 1,000 grocery store gift cards that will be available at each location. They're first come, first serve, so try to get there early. And then you do have to bring identification with you and proof from We Energies that your power went out. So I do know that they are going to, through your identification, be able to check with We Energies if that area that you live in had a power outage. In the case that you can't find, you know, an email from We Energies or a phone call, some sort of letter or anything that would have come through from We Energies letting you know or saying to you that your location is without power and they're working on it, you know, anything like that. I know that I got emails. So if you were part of any kind of power outage, you are entitled to these gift cards. And then you're also entitled to these food distribution locations as well. And this is shared on our Facebook page as well, these locations, but there is going to be a distribution from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday, August 21st at Greater New Birth on 82nd and Silver Spring. Then on Monday, August 23rd, from 1 to 4 p.m., there will be a distribution at Umos on South Chase Avenue. Then on Tuesday, August 24th, from 8 a.m. to noon, there will be distribution at the Children's Hospital at Midtown, which is on 54th and Fond du Lac. Then on Wednesday, August 25th, from 9 a.m. to noon, West Care will have a distribution at the Harambe Community Center, which is on 335 West Wright Street. And on Thursday, August 26th, from 9 a.m. to noon, Hope Lutheran Pantry at 1115 North 35th Street will have a distribution. These are also first come, first serve while supplies last. So if you are having difficulty replenishing food that was lost during those power outages, or if you have any other necessity for this food or these gift cards and can show that you had a power outage, please head to these locations and you can get access to the food and the gift cards. I also just want to share some information with you about the redistricting process that can now officially start in Milwaukee. So we know that this redistricting census data was released last week, meaning that local redistricting processes can officially begin, even though we know that at the state level, the People's Maps Commission has been ahead of the game in involving people in the process ahead of this data release by making community maps, public education about redistricting, and we've discussed this on the forum before. But now that each county has their specific data from the state of Wisconsin, local municipalities and the counties can create their maps. And I'm just going to share the City of Milwaukee website that explains about this process in the City of Milwaukee and a little bit about the county level stuff too. So let me share my screen with you all real quick and I'll read through some of the most vital information that this website presents. Let me zoom in a little bit for you all. So we know the United States conducts a census of the entire population every 10 years, and this is used for many purposes, including the drawing of boundaries for election districts at the federal, state, and local levels. So Wisconsin law requires that once the census data becomes available, local governments and the state legislature are required to adjust the boundaries of election districts or voting wards so that they are as equal as possible in population. So voting wards, aldermanic districts, supervisory districts, all of that. So we know that this release of census data came late but now it can officially start now that it has come out. So once this data is received, the local redistricting process will begin. Counties are first required to develop a tentative supervisory district plan for their county boards. So the Milwaukee County Board will have to do their district plan first. And then after that, municipalities like the city of Milwaukee are required to revise the boundaries of election wards and then their city council districts. And then also school districts and the state legislature are required to update boundaries for their election districts as well. For the city of Milwaukee, the redistricting process will be overseen by the Common Council's Judiciary and Legislation Committee. They will be supported by Legislative Reference Bureau staff who are trained in geographic information systems and redistricting laws and procedures. And then the final election wards and aldermanic districts will be adopted by the Common Council. So it goes through the legislation or Judiciary and Legislation Committee. Things get passed there, and then it moves on to the full Common Council to be adopted. And then also on this website, which is in the comment section, it's just city.milwaukee.gov/common-council/redistricting. You can see the 2011 redistricting data as well. And then just to give a short timeline, I also do want to say that Alderman Ashanti Hamilton made clear that there will be a public hearing process so that public inputs can be provided to these maps. He said that the process will include public hearings held before the Judiciary and Legislation Committee, where citizen review and input will be front and center. He said this will be a transparent and public process involving feedback and review from the public at key junctures. All voices with input into the details will be heard. So I just wanted to highlight that he said that in one of his press releases. But let's look a little bit at the timeline here. So at September 1st is when the late receipt of the census data. Typically would be earlier than September, but we'll get that information that we need from the county, from Milwaukee County. And then on September 15th, the Milwaukee County will adopt its tentative district plan and transmits it officially to the city. And then October 4th, the Judiciary and Legislation Committee hears proposed ward plan. And then throughout October, there will be notices for public hearings, and then, referring to and from the Common Council. Then on October 18th, the ward plan will be due back to Milwaukee County. November 1st, the Judiciary and Legislation Committee hears proposed district plan, which will be a special meeting. Then November 2nd, the Common Council will adopt the final district plan and give it back to Milwaukee County. So there's back and forth, many opportunities for public input, and that's going to be really important, especially if you're thinking of your own aldermanic district. If you feel like it should be shaped differently, if you feel like there are portions of your district that should be not in your district or that should be in your district, those are going to be moments for you to share during that public input process. So yeah, if you have any questions or want to learn more about this redistricting process, please don't hesitate to reach out to SOC. We are happy to help you navigate any of the mapping tools that we've gone over on the forum. If you want to learn or explore on your own, we're happy to support that. If you want to get another more maybe in-depth explanation of the redistricting process, please reach out, email us, message us, call us, comment on any Facebook posts, and we will definitely reach out. And then again, these links are all in the comment section for you all to click on and explore and educate yourself more on these processes of redistricting and then anything to do with the Common Council. Now I do want to share some videos with you that our youth organizers made that highlight the youth program that we have here at SOC. So they'll talk a little bit about the activities that they've been a part of and all the stuff they've done throughout the pandemic, and just their experience as SOC youth organizers over the years. So I will share those videos with you now, and then I will leave you with a SOC survey promo for you all to give us some feedback about what you like about the forum, what topics you want to hear about, and all of that. So thank you, everyone, and we will see you next Thursday.
Good evening, SOC viewers. My name is Angel, and I've been a youth organizer at SOC for 3 years now. The youth program at SOC has really helped me in several aspects, but today I would like to focus on the aspect of career development. Every Wednesday, we had our youth day where we explored many different careers and had guests come in and talk about their careers and how to succeed in those careers if we wanted to go through that pathway. Because of the amount of professionals that took their time to talk to us, I have been provided with a generous amount of information and knowledge on several careers, especially the career that I'm particularly interested in, which is the field of dentistry. My personal favorite career day was when med students that wanted to become doctors came in to talk to us about their daily lives and get the gist of how they go about their day. This is just one example of the many ways that SOC has helped me in my career development. Apart from that, SOC has aided me with plenty of experiences which helped me stand out from other students or colleagues when applying to colleges or jobs. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Jasmine and I'm a youth organizer with the Southside Organizing Center. SOC has helped me a lot in many ways. SOC would always make sure me and my siblings were enrolled in school. They're always encouraging us to apply to scholarships and provide us with the resources to do so. We worked on an Optimist International essay contest on how we have reached our goals by being optimistic. SOC has also helped me with my personal development, always pushing me to do better, learning new things, and helping my community.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take a quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.